Hey, how's it going everybody? In this video, I want to tell you about 3 calisthenics exercises that I think are underrated and just don't get enough attention in the bodyweight fitness community. All right, welcome back to Minus the Gym. And for those of you new to the channel, my name's Ryan. I'm a certified personal trainer who's fallen in love with bodyweight fitness, aka calisthenics, and plant-based nutrition, and I'm here to help you get in shape at home without relying on a gym. So those 3 underrated exercises that I want to show you, we're going to do this as a countdown, starting with number 3, which is the dragon flag. Now, I started training the dragon flag kind of near the beginning of my calisthenics training, like right when I started training the handstand, actually. And I started training it because I'm a big fan of Bruce Lee, and he was known for doing the dragon flag, and I just thought it looked really impressive. It's just like a really flashy core exercise. But what I found when training it is that it actually has 2 major benefits that I wasn't expecting. The first thing that the dragon flag really taught me was the concept of total body tension, meaning you're keeping tension throughout the full kinetic chain, and that's going to help you maintain like a straight, rigid body against gravity. It just makes it easier to hold yourself up against gravity. And the second thing that the dragon flag was really good for, and I didn't know this at the time, but after I had achieved the dragon flag, I started training front lever after that, and I was able to breeze through like the first 2 or 3 progressions of front lever. I went through the tucked front lever, through the advanced tuck, and got right to straddle and using assistance bands, and I really think that was because I had gotten the dragon flag first. When you think about it, when you're holding yourself in the dragon flag, when you're holding yourself diagonally like that, you're using a lot of your core muscles, specifically the posterior core, muscles like the erector spinae, which run up along your spine and your lower back and mid back. And those same muscles are going to be used when you're holding yourself horizontally in the front lever. So by strengthening them with the dragon flag, there is some crossover gains that you can get. I'm not saying the front lever is overrated by any means. In fact, if you train the front lever and get it, you'll probably get the dragon flag by proxy. I just think the dragon flag is awesome, and people don't talk about it enough. I think it's a great exercise. Okay, and number 2 is the back bridge. Now, I'm not saying like a full-blown back bridge like a gymnast would do, although if you can work up to that, fantastic. But I'm just talking about bridging progressions in general. I think they're often overlooked in calisthenics, and when you look at all the really popular calisthenics skills and exercises like planche, front lever, back lever, muscle up, handstand push-ups, etc., none of them incorporate back extension, even though back extension is a huge part of other types of fitness out there, like for instance yoga and gymnastics. There's lots of back bending in those. So make use of the many bridge progressions. Okay, this is everything from a straight bridge to a head bridge. Whatever it might be, just start working on your back bridges if you're not already. Don't make the same mistake I did, and I neglected back bridges for a while because it takes a while to gain that flexibility, and you don't want to neglect back extension in your training. All right, and right now, my number 1 underrated exercise, I'd have to say, is one-arm chin-ups. And I'm not talking about full-blown one-arm chin-ups because I can't do them yet, but I am talking about even progressions. I've been using the progressions lately, and I'm just like humbly reminded of how hard they are, but also something that we seem to forget. You know, in calisthenics, I think a lot of people are drawn to the muscle up. I was, when it came to a pulling exercise or skill to learn, I went straight to the muscle up because of that flair of getting up over the bar. I thought it was really cool. But now that I'm training one-arm chin-ups seriously, I'm realizing that you can gain a serious amount of pulling strength without needing a mounted pull-up bar, without needing, a weighted vest or doing explosive pull-ups. Just using these unilateral progressions can build some serious pulling strength. And what I mean is, in case you're not aware, you have one arm is supinated, meaning your palm is facing you. And then the other arm is pronated, so the palm's facing away. And that pronated arm is just providing the assistance as you work on your one-arm chin-ups. And you can start off using your whole hand on the ring or grip or bar, or whatever it might be, but you can work down to using 4 fingers, 3 fingers, 2 fingers, etc., and that's going to provide less and less assistance on your one-arm chin-up progressions. I did work on my one-arm chin-up progressions when I was building up to archer pull-ups. I think that was like a year or 2 ago, and I just didn't revisit it since then. And now that I am, I'm like, wow, I think this is really underrated. I think muscle-ups in terms of pulling get way more attention, and even front lever. Front lever is great, but that's horizontal pulling. In terms of vertical pulling, I think the one arm chin up is actually where it's at. All right, so obviously this is just my opinion and based on my observations, seeing all the calisthenics stuff on YouTube and the bodyweight fitness subreddit and all these places. I do think that these exercises are a bit underrated, and other exercises aren't necessarily overrated, but they're just getting all the attention. So I wanted to mention these. If you have different opinions or even the same opinion, let me know in the comments down below. I love to hear from you. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe if you want to hear from me more. All right, and I'll talk to you in the next video. See you then.